Today I'm challenging myself to see if you can still make 3 full meals for $15 or less. And honestly, with how insane these grocery prices are, I'm not even sure it's possible. But here's the catch. They can't just be cheap. They have to be healthy, incredibly simple, no hour-long meal prep times. So that's the challenge. $15 or less, healthy, simple, lightning fast, hopefully under 20 minutes per meal. I'm sure we're going to be using all of Hannaford brands. Well, let's go see what's on sale and what ingredients we can get for under $15. Here's my receipt. I spent $13.44. Under budget, I have $1.51 to spare. I was pretty surprised by everything that I could get at the store. I'm going to have some oatmeal with banana, and I'm going to do a little something with the tofu. I did want to quickly mention I didn't purchase any, spices, salt, pepper, cinnamon. I'll be using what I have from my pantry. I feel like most of us probably have some spices. We're going to have some breakfast. We're going to do a half a cup of oats, and about a cup of water. I'm going to add a few dashes of cinnamon. We're going to bump up the protein in the oatmeal. We're going to do a quarter of the tofu, and we're going to blend that up with some banana. I'm going to use half of the banana inside with the tofu, and the other half I'm going to save to put on top of the oatmeal when it's finished. Got this all mixed up before the oatmeal is even done cooking. Remember, we're trying to keep everything under 20 minutes. And because I'm not using milk, this tofu, banana, and water, it's going to act like milk. It's going to bump up the protein. Look at how creamy the oatmeal is. And this is the half of the banana. Put that on top. Sprinkle of cinnamon. A big bowl of oatmeal full of protein, some fresh banana. So good. You don't even miss the milk. And best of all, it took about 7 minutes to make. I think we're off to a pretty good start. And it's so creamy. It's really good. That container of oatmeal that I bought for $2.50 has 13 servings in it. That's 19 cents per half a cup. I think that's fantastic. So lunch is going to be a Tex-Mex fiber-rich rice bowl. And this is my secret ingredient. This is a flavor bomb. We're going to be using this for lunch and for dinner. We're going to start cooking the rice before we heat up the beans and the corn. Because remember, 20 minutes or less. So we're going to have the rice cooking while we move on to the second half of lunch. So I'm just going to measure out a half a cup of rice, minute rice, very important. I'm going to add the Tex-Mex seasoning into the rice. That way when it's cooking, the rice can absorb all the yummy flavors. We're just draining and rinsing the corn and the beans. All right, into this pan, we're going to add half the corn and half of the beans and get these warming up while the rice is finishing cooking. Make sure we get a lot of the juice out. Don't worry about not using up the other half of the beans and corns and tomatoes, to be lost forever in the back of the refrigerator. We'll be using these again for dinner. Now all we got to do is just combine the two. It smells so good in here. That's definitely going to be 2 servings, which is great. Get so many more meals out of our $15. Mmm. This is really good. There's so much flavor in this and all the different textures. Mmm. This would make a great filling. Wrap this up in some flour tortillas, toast it up in a pan. I'd be out of this world. I'll see you at dinner time. Time to wrap up this challenge. Let me show you what we're making. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of oil in this pan. Yeah, maybe about 2 teaspoons. After breakfast, I just cubed up the rest of the tofu we had left in the package. We'll start rocking and rolling over here. The oil's super hot. We're going to add in the tofu. We're adding this now so that the hot oil, can bloom the spices. All right, the tofu's been in there for about 6 minutes. Gonna add in the frozen peppers. We'll let these go for maybe another 5 minutes. The peppers are all defrosted. I'm gonna add everything else in, get all that warmed up. I just love a one-pot meal. It makes cleanup so much easier. Mmm. Wow. This is actually really good. The onions and peppers and the tofu switch it up quite a bit. I was a little concerned it was all going to pretty much taste the same, but it's really good. Let me know in the comments which recipe you think you're going to try. Well, that's going to do it. All the recipes will be down below in the description box. Thanks for hanging out.